There's no better enjoyment in life than cruising in remote waters. Every few minutes there are new sights to absorb, changes in weather, and welcoming landmarks to appreciate. The Maine coast is especially appealing.
It's really beautiful. There are thousands of islands. The Maine coast is thousands of miles long because of all the bays and indentations. It's full of wildlife. It's great sailing.
Maine's granite-wrapped coast was formed during the last ice age. Today we're lucky to enjoy the natural beauty of this wonderland. The people from down East Maine seem to exist as one with the land and the sea.
There is an element of truth and authenticity in the lifestyle of Maine. And I think that besides the beautiful scenery, which you can see when the fog is up, is really the key. It's that authenticity. It's real.
Something about Maine people in general. They are honest, they are intelligent, educated, hardworking, and they seem to be incredibly refined craftsmen.
Maine people express whimsy in their daily lives. Subtle humor is found everywhere. The mythical Paul Bunyan is said to have worked in the Maine woods. All these towns actually exist in Maine. And there are many familiar eating establishments along Route 1. Since life began in Maine, boats have been an important mode of transportation, communication, and recreation. Boats are indigenous to the region they're built in. Over the years, boats built along the Maine coast have gotten bigger with purposeful missions to fulfill. Many of these vessels were built on the experience of hand and eye. Perhaps fishermen know the Maine coast best. Their daily routines take them offshore in every conceivable weather condition. Their boats must be up to the task. Designers and builders pass their skills down from one generation to the next. Maine-built boats come in every size and for every purpose. In 1978, Cabot Lyman decided to become part of this long boat-building tradition.
After college, I did like 7 straight years of sailing, and then we ended up in Vermont building houses. And so I put that whole thing together and realized I wanted to come back down here to Maine and build boats.
Cabot attracted the attention of legendary blue water sailor Clayton Ewing. Ewing teamed up with Porter Shute and commissioned Lyman to build identical 46-foot power boats.
He had contracts with those two guys, and they were closing down. The foreman looked at me and said, well, why don't you build a boat for these guys? So I went out the door and called them up. That's how I got started. Those guys were like 2 of the best customers you could ever have when you started a boat building business.
More whimsy as Lyman's advertising campaign shows. His next projects were to convert several lobster boats for use by yachtsmen, followed by the Lyman Morse Seguin 44 series.
The minute we started the 44 project with Sparkman Stevens, we built those lobster boat conversions for 3 years, I think it was. And then we stepped into the 44 project, and we really haven't looked back since. We've just gone uphill ever since. So it's been a good run.
Today, the Lyman Morse campus in Thomaston, Maine covers 12 acres on the waterfront. There are 13 buildings with 90,000 square feet of building space and a 110-ton travel lift. The yard is capable of building yachts up to 135 feet. Every element in the construction of the boats are built in-house. Lyman Morse has a metal fabrication shop, canvas shop, cabinet shop, composites, riggers, painters, and varnishers, design and engineering, mechanical and electrical, and every conceivable skill by the workforce to build these beautiful yachts. Lyman Morse is comfortable building both power and sail yachts out of fiberglass, the latest in advanced composites, steel, and even cold molded wood.
We're lucky. I mean, Maine is great because we've attracted certain people.
Some of these skills are transferable to land-based projects. Several clients have been inspired to bring the nautical atmosphere of a yacht to their homes on the Maine coast. Lyman Morse provided the workers and design for these extraordinary projects, which are filled with many pleasant surprises.
Some of the things that I've always liked with Maine boat builders is looking at their work in the most inaccessible spots, underneath hatches, in engine rooms, places where an owner is never going to go. Just the quality of work that is never going to be seen, except perhaps by another boat builder in 25 years when this might have to be updated or inspected. And I like that. I love that attention to unseen details. And that to me is the epitome about Maine boat builders.
That's an ethic up here. You know, it's none of this business where you might be working too hard for the other crew. It's always, if you work hard, then that's respected, so it's great. You have to build good boats. You know, I mean, it's all word of mouth as far as I'm concerned. Occasionally they come to you via an architect, a designer, or a broker, but most of the time it's really word of mouth. You know, right now there's not a whole lot of us, as you know. To do the high-end custom work, especially, you know, below the 100, say the 120-foot range, there's not a lot of us doing it. I mean, there's a few West Coast guys that are doing the big boats. So if you're really in the United States wanting to look to build a 85-footer and you don't talk to us, you probably haven't done your homework at this point. It's really nice. We've got a nice niche, and I like that niche, you know, because we're still dealing with the owners and not the project managers, and the infrastructure changes at the really big level.
Lyman Morse's strongest selling cards are the boats themselves. Ongoing discussions with the new owner related to design, style, performance, and budget provide detailed specifications. At this point, the cost of the project is confirmed. A full-scale mock-up is constructed so the owner can experience firsthand the boat's spatial relationships and configurations. Even with today's sophisticated technology, this walkthrough step quickly converts a dream into reality. Final detailed drawings are created once the mock-up stage is complete. Lyman Morse craftsmen consult with the owners throughout all phases of construction.
Every department notches up every year. You know, this whole infusion technology I started with Everett Pearson way back. That's notched up the whole glass shop and carpentry shop. We've got this great foreman, he notches it up, and it's all the way through every department. So.
Teamwork is essential.
You do a lot of networking, there's no question about it. Other boatyards are terrific. I mean, we all talk to each other, and you know that well. That's the nice thing about the boat business. I don't really know anybody really in the boatyard business that I don't like. And so you do a lot of talking and you trade, and then we use a lot of expertise from different reps and so forth, and then we develop a lot of it ourselves. So it's kind of a combination.
Protecting the environment and providing a green workplace is a high priority for all manufacturers in the world today. Lyman Morse takes this responsibility very seriously.
This building gave us a chance to really start using that technology that's starting to come. You know, it's got that solar roof and all the good insulation and great lighting. It's a really very green building, and it's been a lot of fun to do. It costs us some money to do it, but it's, you know, it's kind of a source of pride a little bit. You know, I'm not sure it pays off in dollars and cents, but it sure feels good. That building is, you know, 3 times the size of all these other buildings and uses much less energy than these other buildings do to heat.
The Lyman Morse Boat Building Company is a custom yard with a distinguished history. Its mission is to produce exceptional custom motor and sailing yachts for world-class naval architects and discriminating owners. When you have your boat built at Lyman Morse, you draw on Thomaston, Maine's 200-year tradition of shipbuilding, fine craftsmanship, individualism, and pride unique to the area. And oh yes, there's some whimsy. Most of the workers at the yard have made a lifetime career of fine boat building and are 3rd, 4th, or 5th generation shipwrights and builders. Cabot Lyman says, "It's a great feeling when customers from our early days return for another project. Maybe it's because we treat our customers just like family. It's a joy to maintain such friendships over the years." In fact, Lyman can tell you where every one of the 90-plus yachts he's built is today. The company philosophy is to be at the leading edge in every area of a boat's construction.
We always can think of something better. You can never build a perfect boat, so you will know. You try to evolve where the customer's taking you, know, so each boat has got to be designed around what the customer wants.
We hope you'll consider Lyman Morse to create the yacht of your dreams.